What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the garage, and welcome to March. So here's my little how to and why video of everything we're going to be doing this month. So all that gibberish, I'm going to try to make sense of it to you so that you can see what we're doing. So each month, what I do is choose key performance movements. So KPIs is just the movements we're going to do, the work to rest ratio, and then the conditioning that we're going to do. And that should be what it is. So we're doing lactic and alactic work this week. Those are our work to rest ratios, which I'll explain, and then those are the movements we're going to do. So each day you are going to have obviously the stuff on your app to do, and I'm going to help explain it. So our movements that we're going to focus on this month, remember we want to hit each one of those major movements twice a week. So your squat movements this month will be front and heels elevated back squat. So we're going to put something under your heels so that you don't have to dorsiflex, and we'll be able to get a little lower in that squat, activate a lot more glute and a lot more quad. And there will always be goblet squats thrown in there. For our hinge movement, we're going to do heavy dumbbell RDLs, some step throughs, which you'll see in another video, and again, hip thrusts. We did those last month as well. So push-ups, we're going to do, our push movement is going to be dumbbell bench, a close grip push-up or bench press, and dips, and there will probably be more push-ups and some overhead movements in there as well. Our pull movements are a wide grip. That's what WG means, wide grip pull down. So we're going to find a lat pull down machine, have hands really, really wide. We'll see a lot of scapular control with that movement, and we'll see a lot of lat growth. So you should see your back get a little bigger almost. That lat should grow. We'll do a split stance row, which I'll show you in other videos. And we're going to go back to some reverse hypers to work on that low back and glute again. There'll be lunge variations twice a week or some unilateral movements. Carrying, instead of like walking around in farmer's carries or things this month, a lot of your exercises are going to have a kettlebell or like a goblet version, but it's going to be one-sided. So you're only loading your left side and then your right side, so that we'll see some carryover that way. And then our biggest movement for gait is just hill sprints. So we're going to either take a treadmill, put on some incline on it and run up a hill, or it's getting a little warmer and there's a beautiful hill outside too. The next thing we'll see is our work to rest ratio. So that, again, work is how long you're doing an exercise is a rest, and the rest is how long you need to be resting for. So we have 4 weeks. So what we're going to do is our first 2 weeks are going to be high quality work. That's what HQ means. And on the days where we're doing lactic work, a little more strength endurance, we want to take no less than 2 minutes and 30 seconds, where we're usually working for about 45 seconds to a minute. So that's not uncommon. A lot of you guys have been doing these kind of programs for a while. So 230 might be a little too long, but know that your muscles are going to need that, or we could feel like we're going to vomit and get a little nauseous. So don't be afraid to take that rest. And then when we do our quicker work, our up to 30 seconds of work, it's about 1:30 of rest for your first week. So try to take that if you can. A lot of you guys, I mean, life happens. So if you can't take that rest, that's fine, but that's our objective. And we want to, on those lactic days, we want to push our heart rate to 170. We're trying to get it up there. It's going to be beaten pretty fast. Now, when we get to weeks 3 and 4, we cut that rest down a good bit. So lactic, no greater than 4 minutes. It's on you. How quickly you can recover. You can go from 45 seconds to 4 minutes. But we definitely want no greater than 4 minutes. Again, your heart should be pumping around 170, so take that time, but know that there's a limit. And then the alactic day is the one that's going to be a little tough, no greater than 45 seconds. Again, we're not probably working longer than 15 seconds, but after, your heart will be pumping, and then we're right back into it again. So that's where our breathing is very important. You'll have a video about breathing this month to help you recover a little faster. We'll go over our progressions. So on those lactic days, we're going to get to go through these progressions 3 times. 2x6, 2x4, 1x12, and then you guys can see it. You guys kind of know the gist of it, but what I want to focus on is that the ones that look a little weird that say 3-3-1, 5-5-1, that kind of stuff. So what that means is 3-second controlled on the way down, a 3-second pause at the bottom of the exercise, and then just accelerate up. So let's take a squat, for example. Let's say you had a goblet squat, a kettlebell in your hands. You are going to take 3 seconds to get down to the bottom of that rep, 3-second hold at the bottom, and then stand up aggressively. Same thing with a push-up. 3-second control on the way down, 3-second hold at the very bottom, and then 1 second is an acceleration. So just get up very quickly. As you can see, at the very end of this progression, 6 seconds is a long time. So I want you to be prepared for that. Each time you're able to redo one of these movements, there'll be a 3% increase. Okay, so we'll start these numbers somewhere around 50 and 55%. All you guys will have 3 rep max that I'm putting on the app, so you'll be able to see the weight. When you look on the app and it says 55 pound or 55 on it, it is not the pounds, it is the percentage. Okay, so the app should do the math for you, but if it doesn't, just text me and let me know, because should be a 3% increase. So any number that you see around 100, like it's probably the percent, not the weight. And again, we're gonna do, so I'm giving you all 7 days of stuff to do. Okay, so 4 of our days will be lactic and alactic work, and on week number 5, we're gonna do a 3 rep max test on those bigger movements, the squat, the hinge, and the push and the pull. We're going to see what your 3 rep max is on how heavy you could do it. And then 3 days of non-lifting where we do aerobic capacity kind of thing. So still building a good aerobic base. The first one says low intensity steady state cardio. That's what LISS means. It's a 45-minute incline walk. Again, remember, you should be able to read, listen to a podcast, whatever it is, and feel like you can still keep moving. It should be more of a recovery day. You could even add some foam rolling and that kind of stuff into that day as well. The second day will be a 35-minute AMRAP. Yeah, you heard that right. With 2 of these movements. So let's just, for example, say front squat and dumbbell RDL. You're going to take those 2 movements, do them at 45% of that max, and you're only going to do one front squat, 1 RDL, and you just do that for 35 minutes without stopping. Again, your heart will pump, but you will feel like you'll be able to keep doing it. 45% will be pretty light to you guys. And that third day, we're going to do that 3 to 5 mile run. Okay, so preparing for 10K, preparing for some summer runs and stuff. So how far can you go? And if you can't run, we'll just do 3 to 5 miles on something, whether it's a bike, an elliptical, rower will take some time, but just find some way to get that, again, steady state kind of running, and we want a little impact in there. So hopefully all this stuff makes sense. Thank you guys for making my birthday a good one. You guys gave me a lot of cards and everything. It was very sweet. This definitely, it's why I do what I do. And I won't leave the video without saying hello. How did you get off the, well, he broke the leash. Look at that. They snapped it right off. That's a first. All right, well, thank you guys again, and I'm going to finish making all these videos. All right.